was going through this kind of unfulfilling cycle of partying and drinking and drug use. I didn't see where my hope was. I didn't see, where what my future was going to look like, and just feeling really lost. I grew up in the church. I grew up in a Christian family. I accepted Jesus when I was 5, and I definitely didn't really know what it meant to have a relationship with Jesus. I just kind of went through the motions of attending church on Sundays. When I was 15, I actually found out that I would not be able to have children, and that really was the root of some really deep insecurities in my life. My ideals of beauty and of my own self-worth. And it was something that I used to be really ashamed of, and I didn't want to tell anyone that. By the time I graduated high school and went into college, I really had created kind of this resistance to feeling any sort of guilt with things that I had grown up knowing I shouldn't do. I didn't really know what it meant to be truly fulfilled by God. I was just kind of going to these places of temporary satisfaction and temporary happiness. By the time that wore off, then I would just go do it again. I just remember being in my room and just like crying for what I thought was really no reason, and I just felt very hopeless and like without a sense of purpose. I ended up getting into a relationship that was not founded in Christ. We ended up breaking up the day before the 2016 Inspire You Women's Conference. I was just very broken and vulnerable, and one of the speakers, Tammy Trent, told her testimony. Her husband actually passed away. She was describing the kind of beginning stages of their relationship and how it was founded in Christ. And I remember looking at her and being like, that's what I want, and I don't have that. I really feel like God healed my heart in that time, and that's when I decided to find a place to serve in the church. I've always loved singing and music, so I joined the worship team here. After I had been serving on the worship team for a few months, I was invited to help lead worship at the 2017 Inspire Women's Conference. A year later, being able to serve at the very event where God transformed my life, that was just such a cool experience. To look back, 1 year ago, being just this broken person at this conference, I just feel like God has really drastically changed my perspective on how I view myself and how I view the world. Once I discovered who God really called me to be, I was able to find my self-identity in Christ and the fullness of who He's created me to be.